Hi Sonia, my name is Daphne. I'm one of the essay correctors at IELTSpodcast.com. Thank you for sending in your essay for correction. Very sorry about the delay in getting this back to you. I think there was some confusion, but hey, off we go now, and our apologies. So you've done a nice essay here. It's a really good idea to get some feedback before your exam. Please tell me when you're taking it. Be really good to know your story. So here we go. Nowadays, this is talking about marketing. Okay, the biggest problem with this essay is that what we mean by marketing here is advertising. Now, the danger is that you mix up marketing and trade. So, quite a lot of your essay talks about trade, and we're not really talking about that. We want marketing and advertising. So, this idea of big adverts to tell me about different companies and Facebook campaigns and that kind of thing. This is a problem a lot of students make, just slightly misunderstanding the title. And in the online course that we do, we have a whole section on really understanding what the examiner is asking you in these questions and obviously what you have to do to answer them. So here we go. Nowadays, many countries across the world are involved in different businesses across the border. Okay, so across the world and across the borders, there's a little bit of duplication, a little bit of different. Maybe you can have global businesses rather than across the border. That sort of repetition. No doubt there's participation, yes, and activity maybe, because you normally participation isn't quite right, but if you put activity as well, that rebalances it. Brings nations closer together. I wouldn't say closer in relation, but I'd say closer together. However, many suggest that you don't need to go past tense here. Many suggest that this involvement, good word, also brings illegal activities in host countries. Now, as soon as you talk about illegal activities, I know that you're going to talk about trade and you're not going to stay with advertising. So be careful. Obviously, this is to do with the task achievement and understanding the question. So you can maybe please unwelcome ideas or unwelcome ideology, something like that, which is a little bit milder because obviously we're talking, we're not really talking about trade, so it's a little bit different. In my opinion, I strongly believe that shared marketing, and then you could put here immediately, and advertising. And then you could show, yes, that's it. I understand the question. I am on track. It's very significant for the globalization of business and the economic growth of any country. So if you're going to talk about advertising, you wouldn't necessarily put for the global, so put the spread of the, maybe sort of bringing nations closer together, something like that. But I mean, that's fine. I'm just a bit worried about this trade idea. International business has several advantages. So immediately you tell me that, I know that we need to get this back onto the advertising. So international advertising, or companies who advertise across the world, are often advantageous or benefit from several advantages. Firstly, this, so don't repeat it, you could just say this, use the pronoun there, opens new doors for the future growth of businesses in other countries. Yes, absolutely it does, but why? Because a whole nother group of people become aware of your products. So explain why, very important to develop each idea. Moreover, it shows the inner talent of citizens around the world. Okay, yes. I need to know why. For instance, US, you could say developers in the US innovated Apple, capital letter there, Apple gadgets, which are completely diverse from Android, and Apple have certainly, successfully globalized their business. Now let's keep it together and marketing strategies across the world rather than all countries because of cross-border. I wouldn't put in here business, I'd take that out, but networking and ad campaigns. So I'm getting it back onto this idea of advertising. Okay. Now, in addition, there are builds brand reputation. Yes, now the way we structure paragraphs, and this is something we go into a lot on the course, is organising paragraphs which are very clear and precise and concise. Now, for me, this paragraph is going well. You need to develop it there, but suddenly putting in addition is, you don't really need to have that there because you've made your nice example. So you could put, it is clear that, rather than in addition. It is clear that international campaigning or international brands or international companies are able to build a bigger brand or something like that. So rather than in addition, put it is clear that. Just to get that paragraph really, really concise. The coherence is really important. Secondly, most countries heavily depend on other nations for their economic development. Countries such as China and India have increased their population number. Population, I think that's just a typo. Their population numbers and suffer from high poverty and unemployment rates. These countries are heavily dependent on the tourism sector, you'd have to say, for their economic growth. Now, this is not connected to marketing, okay? So it may be connected to trade, but for me, in terms of an IELTS essay answering this question, then this is not relevant for the question, okay? So that would affect the task achievement. For example, studies from Oxford, so small letter and then capital letter there, have shown or showed that, so either present perfect, have shown, past simple, showed that visitors from different countries visiting, you don't need visiting in, just visiting India and China, are contributing 50% economic growth to these countries. Okay, yes, and you could say countries having seen adverts about them, about these countries from the local tourist board. So you remember there's adverts sort of saying go to Australia or go wherever. So you could say these people have seen the adverts, so that's why they're going to visit them. Okay, connecting the idea back to the marketing. Okay, moreover, tourism spreads, and you have ideas in other countries in different ways, such as traditional clothing. Yes, in different ways as yeah, let's keep going here. As visitors are able to understand and learn from each other. You just need a little bit more in there. So this bit is not relevant, but this bit you could pull it round, and tourism is a lovely example. So really, really good. You've got lots of great stuff here. You've got some nice vocabulary. You've got some nice examples of grammar, few little errors, but essentially this is reading very, very well. So task achievement is the biggest sort of issue, I think. Now, here you're throwing me another idea. So we've got a lot of stuff going on here. On the other hand, where globalization brings so many advantageous things, comma, it all is also caused by, now it may, you don't want the passive there, you want it may also cause many harmful activities such as terrorism and robberies. Moreover, many international traders and vendors overlook the local businesses, which is the first. Now that is very important. Yes, you see, that's lovely. That's the kind of paragraph I want to know more about. This for me is not relevant. Okay, to me this is more about the trade, so I wouldn't want that, but I do like this. Okay, so international traders and vendors are able, through the power of marketing, to overtake or maybe outsell, or might be better, outsell the local businesses. Yes, you're absolutely right. Dying off in, so don't repeat local businesses, points reason for a decrease in their business or something like that. There would be those people. For example, no capital. Traditional clothes trading in Japan has almost disappeared. So present perfect has almost disappeared because of Western capital letter trading, which relative clause has affected. Okay, so grammar's a little bit not so good on this paragraph. The local traders and vendors. And then let's not repeat vendors, so salesmen. Therefore, an open market and international marketing is two of the reasons for killing many businesses. Yes, may be responsible for a decrease in sales or something like that. I wouldn't say killing. I wouldn't use that. It's not a very kind of high level word. In conclusion, no doubt, let's try and find another way around this. We keep on using this, no doubt. Sales campaigns or successful sales campaigns bring some disadvantages, but in my opinion, to restate your opinion here, the advantages of global businesses are more significant, or just play a significant role in the local countries in many exciting ways, something like that. Okay, so good essay. You've got lots of nice things going on there. Good level of vocabulary. Grammar is mostly okay. A few little wobbles on the tenses here. The main issue for me is the task achievement, just not quite getting the hang of this question. But do not worry, and I would urge you, if you have the time, to look at the course. So as I say, we address each issue, so the task achievement, the coherence to build a new paragraph. We work with a template so you can really get your essay in a very tight, precise order. I'm happy today to offer you a discount on that, as well as 2 free essay corrections. So have a look at the details, and well done.